everybody, welcome back to my channel, and welcome this time to another diecast restoration video. Now if you watched my purchases and donations video, you'll remember I said I'd been doing a couple of restorations and they'd all gone wrong at the last minute. Well, this is one of them, and yeah, it turned out, it started off as a single restoration, then it ended up as a double restoration, and then, like I say, I had to do it all again. These models, well, you see what it is by the title. So it's a Matchbox series number 4, and that's the Dodge stake truck, and made by LESNEY. And this one, or these two, it started out, like I say, as one, and the bodies were broken on them, as you'll see in the video. I had to make new bodies, and one of them was minus a few window pillars or windscreen pillars, a couple of the, it was the 2 windscreen pillars and one of the side pillars, and minus any windows. I did try to make my own windows. You'll see probably how. I think I explained how I tried to do it, which wasn't greatly successful. I did start by trying to cut out some plastic packaging, that sort of plastic, and stick it on. But do you think, because I repaired the pillars, I think with my baking powder and super glue on the inside, it was still too thick, and it must have altered completely the shape inside the cab, because even the window unit off the one that wasn't so bad wouldn't fit on the one that I repaired the pillars on. So I tried sticking those bits of plastic on, didn't work. All I did was end up messing up all the paint, continually trying to get it to fit. So you'll see, I didn't film doing it, but I explained to you how I did do it in the end. But it wasn't greatly successful, but it was more successful than trying to stick the plastic on. But before we start that, I'd just like to say thank you to all of those of you that are returning to my videos, returning to my channel. As Martin used to say, the old faithfuls, and anybody who's just joined, has come across my channel and just subscribed, and welcome to my channel. And yeah, thank you everybody for sticking with me and watching my videos. Okay then, so let's get on with it. As I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, and see how I got on with this one. Right, so let's take a closer look at this one. As you can see, the body, it's a stake truck, and the body's broken off it like so many. So Matchbox, so it's series number 4, stake truck. The old Dodge. It's not too bad, this one. It's got a slight bend in the pillar there. I don't know, I think there might be a slight crack in the window unit up the top, in the windscreen up there. I'm not 100% sure, it's hard to see because it is so dirty. So we'll have to have a look at that. Otherwise it's not too bad. I think there's a slight bend in that front axle, but All the wheels are there, it's the black wheels. It's got a suspension on that axle, feels like it anyway, so we'll see what, oh, and the front one, so we'll see what's under there. There's nothing in the back one, but is there meant to be? Maybe there's not, maybe there is, I don't know. When we undo it we'll have to have a look. Okay then, so this will be, hopefully this will just be a quick one, so I come up with something for a video. Try and get a bit ahead then with my models, so that I can get the videos out a bit more frequently. Okay, so we got 2 rivets, and then it just slips out. I think that front grille is probably like a tab on the base that goes in. Right, so we'll get the drill out and then we'll drill those 2 rivets and then see what we've got. Right, okay, first of all I apologise for the noise in the background. That's my 3D printer going. Sorry if it might be annoying to some of you, but I do have to try and do as much as I can in the time I've got, 'cause, you know, don't have a lot of time for doing this. Right, we're going to drill out these rivet posts. Now, since showing you this, I've found this one in my box of bits and pieces, so I thought I might do this one, you know, in the background of that one. Same truck, missing the front axle, broken pillars. I'll do the best I can. Pillars I'll just have to use hair clips. They won't have quite the detail, I suppose. It's so small it'd be difficult to do the line for the door. Anyway, we'll see what we can do with that. Yes, I'm gonna drill the bases off. Incidentally, these bases are slightly different. It's got an extra little bit on it there. Other than that, I think they're pretty much the same. So, not sure if there's much of a age difference or if there's no age difference. Whether there were 2 different bases, I don't know, because they both look pretty much the same otherwise to me. Right, I'll just get my drill. Got my drill bits here. Oh, incidentally, the bodies are broken, obviously, as you can see. So this is one I printed a while ago, probably about a year ago, just messing around with my printer. But I only printed once, so I tried to do another one yesterday. And it's almost there, but not quite, because I forgot to put in the settings on the Cura that, you know, it needs a support. So it printed without support, so you get all these long dangly bits and horrible bits in there, and then that little back part of the mud flap didn't form properly either. So that's what I'm 3D printing now, another one of these. Okay. Right, which drill are we going to start off with? Small one? Or do we go straight in with a fairly big one? Go straight in with a fairly big one, I suppose, because the rivets have got a nice little, I don't know what you would call that, dent in it. See, they're domed in rather than domed out. So I'll start with a knackered one. It's not going to need much. Fairly close. I want to drill into the base. I'll do this one as well whilst we're about it. I've got to find some wheels, but I'm sure I've got some knocking around somewhere in my boxes of bits. Right, that's pretty close. Okay, screwdriver. I'm not sure how these undo. Nowhere to get the screwdriver in. It's rather awkward actually. Okay, I just pushed up with a screwdriver rather than prized out. Cool, that's got some gunge in it, look at that. That's a paper that's got wet. Right, so there's no suspension in this. Well, we're not going to paint that either, I don't think, but just clean that up. So, do I take the wheels off or do I leave them on? Tell you what, I might just dump the whole lot in the ultrasonic cleaner and see what happens, see how it comes out. I think that'd be the best way. See if those wheels clean up alright. Right, so, oh, that's how the body comes off. So you just slide it backwards and then out. Now, this new body I've done hasn't got all that gubbins on the bottom, so I'm not sure I'm going to attach that. It might be a case of gluing. Yeah. I don't really want to drill any holes in the body unless I cut these off and glue them onto that. I don't know if that would be strong enough or not. Can try. We can try. Right, okay. Now we've got to get this glass out. Now, that's just had like, it's not, the rivet hasn't been squashed right down, it's just like as if you've shoved a red hot screwdriver in and pushed. It's made a groove. I don't know if you can see that in there. So I don't know if I can get that with the pliers to get it out. One of these, I don't know if these are too big or not. Cool, there's not much room. I don't think, I can't quite get them in far enough. Okay. They won't quite go in far enough. Don't think. Hang on. Sorry of it. Got to come out of it. View the camera there just to... No, I don't think. Well, what I'm going to do is Martin Deer's trick with my metal straw. I can find what I've done with it. It's disappeared. It wasn't here, I'm sure it was in here somewhere. Ah, it's the trouble, I'll put stuff where I think I'm not going to lose it and then I can't find it. There we go. That be bigger? Yeah, that's plenty big enough. Okay, so let's get the old blow lamp on the go. My old chef's blow torch. I'm going to lift that up a bit. At the end. Burning the bits of plastic off from the last time. Yeah, that looks nice and hot now. Going red. She's going red. So I'll turn this bugger off. By the time I've turned that off, bloody straw's gone cold. Yeah, that's gone bloody cold as well. Put her on again. Fumes. That's alright, they don't last long. Oh, she's glowing well. She's glowing well. Probably a bit too hot really, but there you go. Right. Don't hold it too close down the end, eh? Well, that's it. That's it. Now, hang on, I better put that in the vise because I mustn't put it down somewhere. It's going to burn otherwise. Don't need that anymore. Just get that out of the way. Get the drill bit out of the way. There you go. So I don't need to do that one, like I say, because it's already gone. Right, let's try and get this off. I don't think I've done enough on that one. I've just put my drill away. Oh, what a cabbage. Oh, cabbage again. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. That's it. That's it. That's got to be enough. Come on. Come on now. I thought it was enough, but I don't know if it is enough. It's gone. I don't think the other one's gone enough. She's gone. That's it, we're off. We're off. Yeah, I might have just bent that with my screwdriver. And the axle, actually they both look bent. I think I'll have to take those off, but that's the usual. You see me do it before, so it'd be this side. The small is actually not much to. There's not much to file off that. Not quite, almost. Make sure I've got the smooth side down. Yep. There you go. So I'll do the same with that one, and then we'll have the base. Shove that in the ultrasonic cleaner as well. Okay, catch you in a bit. Right, I've got these successfully stuck on. I had to file a little bit each side because I probably didn't quite get them 100% straight, but you know, after I'd taken the old body off, then I realised that these pieces are the suspension. So that one's done. I just glued them on and they've stuck. They seem to stick really well to this 3D printing stuff, filament. So I'm going to put these on this one now, and yeah, so this needs to go right sort of round about here somewhere. So if I just put a bit of glue with a cocktail stick. My stool is squeaking. Hope it doesn't fall apart. So I'll put plenty glue there. Do the same at the front. I hope I'll get it in the right place. Some crap stuck. I'll throw that cocktail stick away now. My glue pot fell over, and then the fucking, excuse me, my glue pot fell over, and then the lid stuck to it, and then I couldn't get it out, and then the nozzle broke, and oh my god, I don't want to waste the glue, but right, okay, so here we go. If I put that there, then I can sort of roughly get it. Well, not like that. Now, here we go. This is when I end up covered in glue. Maybe just a tad further forward. I'm just sort of roughly lining it up with the one I've already done. So I'll put this one on. From this angle it looks like I haven't quite got it straight. Right. Well, that's pretty much. I'll go up a bit. The camera's saying my battery's flat, so I just need to straighten these up a bit, get them in the middle. Cripes, I think I might have left that one a bit too late. Have to pull him off again. See what I mean? They stick well. Oh, you have to put some more glue on there now, because I made a balls up with that one.
Not going very well, because what I did on the other one, it was white, so I marked it with a black marker pen, but I printed this one with a black filament because I couldn't be asked to change it, because what I was printing before was black. So I suppose that'll teach me. That'll teach me. I should have changed the filament. But this one I need to put some more glue and try it again. Try to get it in the right place this time. I don't have to check out the stool because I don't want it to collapse whilst I'm sitting on it. The trouble is, I'm looking over the camera. It's right in my way. I think that's not bad. Needs to go a bit forward more. It's not bad actually. I think I might leave it at that. There, I've bent that one up a little bit. I need to bend that one up as well, so that it's harder on the axle. Right, okay, so that's how I did that anyway. I'm just going to drill those out. I will probably tap them, and then put screws in again, I think, because I haven't got that many rivets. The ones I have got are flat rivets, so I think probably the screw might be better. Right, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm putting this in the caustic, and then I'll have to repair that after. But when you see it, it'll all be cleaned up, wire brushed and everything, ready for putting the primer on. Right, okay, I've done the pillars on this one with the usual. I used a hair clip, cut it into pieces, and alright, it won't quite have the detail that the good one has got, but it's not too bad. I think it's not too bad. We'll have to have a look when the primer's on. So I've done this pillar, and this one here. So I'm going to just give it a quick wipe with methylated spirits, and then going to go out and spray some primer on it. And on the other bits, these bases are going to stay as they are. These bits I'm going to spray some plastic primer on, which is just, it looks like lacquer a bit, it's see-through. Okay, so I'm going to go out and do that before it gets dark. It's not raining. It's been alright all day, but they forecast rain, heavy rain again tonight, so I'm going to get that done before it does rain. Right, okay, we're all ready to put the colour coat on. I've got some plastic paint for those, the backs, the bodies I should say. So yeah, I'm going to do one red and one yellow, and I was going to do the backs like wood, in the wood colour, but I've changed my mind and I'll stick to the colour that the backs were originally, which was green on the model. So yeah, so I'm going to go out and do that. It's not raining. The sun actually came out a little bit before, so I'm going to go and do that, and I'll come back to you when I've sprayed that. Right, I've got the axles to clean up, so I've got that in the drill chuck, and I've got some 400 grit strip of sandpaper there I've got off Temu. I'll just clean it like that. You've got to wiggle it around a bit, otherwise it doesn't work. You can't hold it in one place. So I get it cleaned the biggest I can with that, and then I'll polish it with my Brasso after that. And that's fine. That's quite clean, that one. I won't bother about the very end that was in the drill chuck because it's not too bad. I'll do the same with this one. Okay, so I'm going to do the last one and then I'll polish them, and then I'll come back to you in the next stage. Right, now I'm going to do this window unit. Unfortunately, looking at it now, it has got cracks right through, but there's not a lot I can do about that, so I'll have to just go with it. So I've got this nail buffer. I will start on the step 3. I never use the rough ones. If I need anything rougher, then I use the wet and dry sandpaper. So I'll start on step 3, and then we'll see how it comes up. If it doesn't come up okay, then I'll have to use some sandpaper, some wet and dry. I mean, you all know how to do this, I'm quite sure. I'll just show you the windscreen bit. Hang on, I'll put that up a bit. I'll show you the front bit, the windscreen, and I'll do the rest off camera because it'll be too long otherwise. Actually, I don't know if it is cracked. I thought it was. It's difficult to tell. It looks like some of that might have come out. So go to step 4 now. Now step 5, it says buff. Yeah, I think there's cracks in right through. Okay, so step 6 now, which is shine. It doesn't seem too bad. It's still, yeah, it has got cracks in, you can see. I'll have to polish the inside a bit. So what I'll do now, either with some Otasol or some Lamp Doctor, very similar. Excuse me, this is the Lamp Doctor. It's quite good stuff. You use it to, if you polish your, you know, that when the headlamps on your car go sort of dull and you can't see through, if you do it with this, they come up again like new for a couple of weeks before they go dull again. But it's quite good for the window units. So you either use that or use the Otasol. The Otasol's probably got a little bit more, it's probably a little bit more of a coarse polish. So, you know, if I do that, I just put a bit on my finger and I rub it with my finger, and then I polish it off, and then I'll wash this after that in fairy liquid and water. Give it a good wash. I use a toothbrush, and then I'll dry it and put it in the Pledge Revive It, and then leave it for overnight, well, nearly 24 hours before handling it again. I'm quite sure you all know, you've all done it. Once it's been in the Pledge Revive It, you've got to put it in a container with a lid on, because you don't want any dust sticking to it. So I'm going to carry on with that, doing the rest of the window unit with the nail buffer, and then I'll polish it up and put it in the Pledge, and then put it ready for tomorrow when I come home from work, and hopefully by then the model will be ready to assemble. Okie dokie. Okay, here we go. I've got my Pledge Revive It, so give it a good shake. Get that drained off. I've actually probably done this a bit wrong. Should have held it from the top, I suppose. Okay, we'll leave her in there. Make sure there's no bubbles in it. Yeah, that's okay. So we'll leave her in there until tomorrow when I come home from work. Put the lid on. I mixed up my lids at some stage or another. This stuff gets really sticky, I tell you. Okay, so put that to one side. I'll put the lid back on me Pledge Revive It. Doesn't fit very well anymore now. I think we're going to have to go and get another Chinese takeaway so that I can get a new tub. Okay, so we'll see that tomorrow when I get back from work. It'll be in a few minutes for you. Right, okay, I'm going to put the wheels on now. I've cleaned the axles, they're all cleaned. Now the wheels, I've got them here. I have spray painted them black, and I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is put them inside out. So the outside, because the outside edges, you can see they're chipped. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but that side's nice. So we'll make sure that that side is on the outside. So this axle's a little bit shorter. Actually, I won't use that one. I'll put that one on after because that's tight. So I'll put this one through first, so that's tight as well. Okay. Right, so I need to just pass it through there, and then I'll put it on the little mini anvil and then push the other wheel on. Ow! Without skewering my finger. The axle does seem a little bit on the long side, but that's the shortest one there is, so I'll put that on the front. So we'll just pin it around like that. Gently, because I know these axles, I have straightened them and they're not 100% straight, so when they're like that, if you bang too hard you'll just twist them again. So just gentle tapping around like that in a circular sort of motion, that kind of motion. What I do sometimes is just bang them flat and then go around. That's probably it. That is enough, but I just want to do it a little bit more and shape it a little bit better. I can go over it with the punch in the drill, but my punch is a bit big, and if you're not careful it rubs on the wheel and then it'll spoil it. So I'm not going to do it with this one. That's not bad. What I will do, I'll do the others off camera, and I'll come back to you when it's done. Okay, so we got that done. It pinned over. This axle's a bit on the long side, but I don't want to cut it and bang it again because like I say, they do twist very easily, these. So that's that. Okay, so we need to put that to one side now. Right, we need to put the windscreen in. So I've done a little bit of detailing on this, just the indicators really. I did try scraping the front first time round and I balls it up because there's not enough protruding to scrape it properly. The dodge across the front. So that's how I messed it up, and I had to repaint it. I've done the door handles and a fuel cap on there in silver Molotov. Okay, so we got the window unit here now. It's been in the you know, I've done it in the pledge, so it's been overnight. It's been nearly 24 hours. You can see those scratches still a bit in there, but it's a lot better than it was. So we need to put that in. So 5-second fix with that one. We'll put a bit in the bottom of the lorry cab and the roof of the lorry cab. Once I can get this bloody stuff to come out. There it comes, it's starting to come. So I'll just put a bit around there. Maybe a bit there and a bit there. And then we'll put some more on top. Okay, so let's drop it in. There she goes. Drop that in, and then I'll put a dollop around there. Sorry if I'm going out of shot. Hopefully that'll hold it in. Right, so just get me. I'll just wipe that end of that before I put the little cap back on. tiny little cap to put on. It's still bloody coming out, isn't it? Never mind. Okay. Right, get me ultraviolet torch. It's not very bright now, the batteries are getting flat. Make sure that's in place. Yep. Okay, that should do now. That should hold it in place. Just keep that on there for a few bits, a few minutes, a few seconds. Well, a minute or so. I know it's a bit boring, but I have got some lights off of Temu a while ago. I can show you. I've got this, which is good. Ultraviolet lights on the top and on the bottom, and you can move the shelf up or down. You've got some ultraviolet lights there, so you can just shove something like that in it and plug it in and just leave it if you want to get on with something else. And yeah, handy thing. I'll keep this for a while because the batteries are getting flat. It's not very bright, so it takes a little bit longer. So I'll carry on holding this until it's done, and then we'll get on with the rest of it. Right, okay, we're done with that, I think. I hope it's enough. Right, what we want next, quite simply, is just the body. If you remember, I glued these pieces on. This is a 3D printed body that I've 3D printed. So we're going to put that in, slip that in there like that, and those are the suspension bits. So that's it. We push it in like that, and then we push it forwards, and hopefully it'll go. There you go. Push that in place, and that's all we need to do there. And then we just put this in. So these headlights and front grille goes through the hole there, the front, and that's it. And then we push down. Now it's probably, I've got to push it quite hard because of the suspension that I sorted out. That's it, screws. Let's get the screw in if I can. Screws are not my strong point, as you know. Oh, see what happens. And we've been cutting back the gravel footpaths around the island, and the last 3 days have been banging shovels, and as a result I'm shaking everywhere. My hands are shaking, everything's shaking, everything hurts. Everything hurts. And like many years ago, I'm talking over 30 years ago, nearly 40 years ago, I had an accident with a tractor mounted hedge cutter, which is why I've got that thumb. And one of the hydraulic pipes burst and injected oil. I went like that, put my hand over it, and it injected oil. It's 2,000 pounds a square inch, and it was a little pinhole in the pipe, and it injected oil all into my hand. And well, I can tell you that was agony, and I had 12 operations on that. But anyway, I can't get this screw to bite now. As a result of that, all my bones are calcifying. That's where I'm getting all these lumps on my hand now. It's like the bones are growing, sort of, they're calcifying, and it really hurts sometimes, and banging the shovels is not doing it any good. Okay, I think I've got it to bite now. Actually, I think I should have put the screws the other way around. Need a slightly longer one in there, I think. It was all it all fitted before. Now I can't get it out. Maybe if I undid this one it might pull it out again. I don't know why that's gone like that. I know I cut some of the screws down, and I'll show you in a minute. I have been doing the other lorry, which is the same, and I might have used the screws for this one in the other one. I don't know. Hang on, let's try putting this screw in. Sorry about this. We'll get there in the end. If these don't bite, then I'll have to put some new screws in. Okay, that one's going in all right there. Okay, I won't tighten it completely before putting the other one in. That's better, that's gone in. Right. There, that one's gone in. Right. Okay, so this one hasn't got the suspension. This is just floating. So these have got the suspension. So look, the suspension works all right with that, and the front one. Look, there's good suspension in there now. So that's cool. Okay. Right. Now I have been cutting some of these. I need to cut some more. Steak. It's a steak truck, and I think this is the right kind of steak. I don't think it's the beef kind of steak that goes in there. So I've been just cutting lengths of this to put in the back, but you need a lot of lengths. So if you just bear with me for a minute, I'll get the other model. I said I'd be doing it in the background, and I did that one first to give me an idea about this one. So I haven't quite completed the load in this one either, but there's the other one. That was the one with all the broken pillars. Now I did have a bit of a hiccup with this, and I've been trying to make a windscreen for this one and windows, and no matter how hard I tried, I cut bits out. Look, I've cut bits out of that, and I've tried several times, and do you think I could get a windscreen to go in? So then I had the brainy idea, okay, what I'll do, I've got this stuff, this UV resin. I'll put some masking tape over the windows, and then I'll pour the UV resin in from the inside of the cab, and then put it in that thing I just showed you with the UV lights. And then once I've done that, then I'll pull the tape off, and hopefully that'll do. But it's like it's come out like as if it's a very frosted windscreen in the ice in the morning. I didn't do the side windows, but I did the back windows. And this one I did, I don't know, you can see it, I did pull. It's not that noticeable, but I did pull the tape off thinking it had all cured, and it hadn't, and it dripped down a bit on the cab. But I don't want to do it again. I've done this already twice, and like I say, these pillars are just bits of hair clip that I've put in. So, you know, I don't want to get the paint off and mess it around, so I've left it at that. It's better than it was. You know, I've still got to do the detailing on the door handles, do a bit of Molotov there, and in the tank cap. Other than that, that's done. So there's the load I've been putting in there. It needs a few more of these stakes. So I've got to cut a few. I'll show you what I do. I'll keep one. I'll cut the end off. I'll cut the end off that. Just this bit, spiky bit off. Right, so then I'll just measure like that. Cut it. Oops, and then I've dropped the rest on the floor. And then I'll do the same again, but I'll use the original one to do it, so that otherwise you just gradually get bigger and bigger if you're not careful. So I do like that. Another one, do another one. This is all stuff from the pound shop. Oh, I've dropped it again. Right, I'll leave it at that, and then I'll show you what I do. Put one end in the drill. Where did I put my sandpaper? I've got a piece of sandpaper yet. Is that the coarse one? Yeah. And then I just move the camera around because I'll do it on there. So I just put a point on it. Takes a while. Don't push too hard, because otherwise you snap the stake. Right, so when I've done that, because I've snipped it, it's kind of, you know, it's not very good at it's pointy, so then you can do it that way, or you can put it back in the drill, chuck the other way around, and then, you know, just do it like this. You can do it like that. Just round the edge off a little bit maybe. So when you've done that, or what I've been doing when I've done that, I've got this jade ting. I bought this in the pound shop as well. Medium brown furniture touch-up pen. There are some darker ones, but I couldn't find my darker one, but I have since found it. Which is, that one's darker, and you can get lighter. I've got a lighter one as well, but this isn't bad. It's not a bad shade. So all I do with that now is just, when I've done a few of these, I do sort of one side. Like that. And I put it down and leave it to dry a little bit, and I'll do the next one, do the same. Do the same with that, and then I'll take the first ones again and let's do the other side and the top. Et voila! That's good enough. I missed a bit there, look. That's good enough, and then same again with this one. So you got to do that about 100 times over, and then there you go, in the old stake truck. So we need, like I say, in there, and then I need to make another load up for the yellow one. So I thought I'll do, you know, a red one and a yellow one. So I'm going to carry on with that, and when I've got the load, enough of a load in both of them, I'll come back to you. Right, well that's it then. Loaded, both lorries loaded up with stakes, and yeah, so that's two more models saved from that DIECAST scrapyard. Okay then, well I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm quite pleased with the way they have turned out in the end. Not brilliant, but they're not too bad. They are passable. And yeah, it's been so long. You know, it's quite nice when you do actually get to the end of doing one. It's quite satisfying. So as I say, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please join me again next time for, well, another diecast restoration. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care, look after yourselves. See you in the next one. Cheerio. Abato. Bye bye.